Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. This is Friday, so that means this is the past week's meal video. But you are going to find this week was a little bit light on really awesome meals, a little bit of kindness. That would be very nice. I had a really busy week 2 weeks ago, and it just kind of spilled into this week, work-wise. But also we being my family, we had a family member that was in the hospital for surgery, and the hospital's an hour and a half away from here. So there were several days that we kind of carpooled together and we went in, and we spend some time in there. So that just adds to the busyness. That adds to the busyness. I still feel like we had some great meals. I feel like I made some really smart decisions about meals, but you'll have to watch the video to check it out. One thing this video has some turtle rescues. So I know I put a little turtle rescue in a couple weeks ago. Not counting that one, there's a couple more in here. I like rescuing turtles. It makes me happy. This guy's a big snapper and we want him off the road. Go on, buddy. Go on. Come on. Scoot. Go. Go. I don't want to touch him. He's going to bite me. Oh, success. Turtle rescue. Oh my gosh, there's a friend. There's two of them. What is happening? Yeah, go with your butt. Go with your friend. Go with your friend. There they go. There they go. Mini sausages, seasoned potatoes, and scrambled eggs for the win. I'm making a smoothie. I almost didn't take a picture. I've got a bunch of other stuff out on the counter that I'm doing. I am using a vanilla mini go. So there's milk in there, a banana, some fruit, and don't be like Melanie. Don't have a disorganized fridge where things get shoved to the very, very back. This wasn't out of last week's groceries. This was the week before. These are still in okay shape. Maybe not necessarily for fresh eating, but I'm going to use some of these up in this smoothie. I'm really happy with these. These are still in really, really good shape. I've also still got spinach hanging on. We're going to add some of that in too. And one little spoonful of flax. My fridge door's still open because I keep the flax in the fridge now. Some very full smoothies. Yummy. Tonight for supper, we are going to have spaghetti with meat sauce. This is cooked ground beef that we made last week, and it has in it mushrooms, peppers, and onions. Of course, pasta sauce. I might put some diced tomatoes, and I might put more mushrooms and more peppers in it. This is just good to start. I'm adding in lots more peppers and onions. I mean, really, can you ever really have too much peppers and onions in a pasta sauce? I added in the frozen ground beef mixture, and that will thaw as the rest of the veggies are cooking. This is looking really great. You see that steam rolling off of there. All right, let's add in some of the tomatoes. Maybe all of them, but we'll start with this for now. Oregano and summer savory. This will give it a really great flavor. I'm always very heavy-handed with the oregano. I know lots of people like basil. I am an oregano girl, and summer savory is my secret ingredient in very many things. Spaghetti with meat sauce. I have Parmesan cheese. We're going to add that on too. Yes, this makes it look more finished. Parmesan cheese. Really yummy. This is what I've got to show for my lunch today. I was visiting in the hospital, and so with some family members. So a bunch of us went in together, carpooled, and I made, there was cherry tomatoes in one of these, and cut up pieces of pepperoni in the other one. And then this bag had a bunch of cut up pieces of cheese and a bunch of crackers, and they were vegetable thins. And I didn't take the picture in advance, and it's late, and this is what I got to show. This is it. We ate it. We didn't eat out. We ate this. For supper tonight, we are going to have chicken burgers, and I am going to bake them in the oven. I'm not sure what we're going to have as a side with it yet, but I will figure it out. These are packed really interestingly. So there's 2 sleeves inside the big box, and each of the sleeves is separated. So these are vacuum sealed in much bigger containers, or much smaller sections than just open in the big container. This is the broccoli that I got in the flash food box last week, and we are going to have this as part of a side with the chicken burgers. I'm cutting the broccoli and thought I was just going to talk a minute about the stem. So the stem of broccoli, so this part, is tender on the inside. It has the consistency of an apple. So I always peel the hard, like, outer bits off, the outer layer, and then chop up the inside. I use it raw in things like broccoli salad. If I am cooking broccoli, I always cook it up. You are throwing away money if you throw away the stem. So I really only needed one of the broccoli stalks. So I've got the broccoli here, and I'm going to add in some peppers. I'm going to make this just a quick pasta side with like a white Alfredo kind of sauce, and this will go with the chicken burgers. I'm bringing the peppers and the broccoli to a boil, and then I'm going to add in some rotini. Yeah, let's get this side going. All right, I'm going to add in an Alfredo. We're going to get this stirred up. I have more Alfredo that I can add in. Oh yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more. This looks great. This is a great side. We'll add a little bit more. Chicken burgers. My mom's here visiting, so my mom and I are eating. It's really late. We just got back, so we're eating supper. The handsome one is joining us just for the chicken burger, but he already had something small, so he didn't want a side to go with it. So for my mom, she is having mayo and tomato. The handsome one is having chipotle mayo and tomato. I had just a little concoction of, like, no judging, relish, ketchup, and of course the tomato. And you see the side turned out really awesome. We're looking forward to this. I am quite impressed with these chicken burgers. This was my first time having one, and I really liked it. Turtle rescue number 2. Come on now. Down you go. Oh yeah. Down you go. Keep on going. Today's smoothie is going to have the rest of the, not the freshest of blueberries, a few actual fresh strawberries, and some of this frozen. We're going to do a vanilla mini go, some protein powder, and of course the old standard milk. Smoothies. It's nighttime, and we're doing a turtle rescue again. This guy's motivated. He hates us. He wants away, and that's good because we want him off the road. There you go, buddy. Yay! I want to wait until he gets in the a little bit into the shrubs there. I don't want him to turn around. It's late again. I just got home. The handsome one made supper. We've got beer can barbecue chicken, potato salad, and pasta salad. I'm going to make myself a plate. This looks amazing. I'm excited. I'm starving. This is the leftover spaghetti sauce that I made and we are going to have it for lunch today, but I'm going to use some bow ties because the handsome one is really just not a spaghetti noodle lover. He doesn't really love red sauce either, but he'll eat the red sauce if I put it on something that's not spaghetti. Sometimes people get carried away and make a little more than what they intended, and that's what happened when I made these bow ties the other day. So I'm switching it up today so that it is a little bit different. I did some melted cheese on top, kind of like it's a baked pasta. Yeah, bow tie pastas for lunch. Yummy. They look really yummy. My flower beds are looking very, very different than what they have. We've got the hosta, we have dianthus here. This is primrose. These are those butterfly weeds, not in bloom yet. This is a red October hosta, and these are loose strife. Of course, my sedum is not in bloom yet. My climbing hydrangea is doing very well, and I'm hoping to get some blooms off it this year. This is yellow loose strife. Beautiful. We've got sage tucked down in there, but not... Oh, yes. Here we go, delphinium. Got a couple delphiniums starting to bloom. That one's purple. And then a big hosta here. I'm going to have to purge that a little bit just so that my sage can have a little more space. More sedum. This is my dappled willow, and it is growing. And then this is my Egyptian walking onions, and we tucked some asparagus in there. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. The other side here, my peonies are starting to bloom. We have the lilac here. It's growing. Another hosta. I still can't remember what that is called. We've got this big peony here. And then we have a different bloom here. These are pink. And on the inside, it's like a really pretty cream right in there. And then, of course, my rhododendron, the blooms are pretty much done now. Another big hosta, small hosta, and my azalea's on its way out. Yeah, a couple little boxwoods. But yeah, it's looking really great. I'm really happy. Pretty. The big hill really hasn't filled in too much, but the hope is after a while it will grow in. The sedum is actually doing quite well here, and I can't remember what that little pink one is. I've got blooms here. Yeah, nothing else really blooming yet. Hopefully it'll come. I took this pork loin sirloin chop out of the freezer earlier today. We thawed it, and we are going to have it in conjunction with some of the stir fry, and I dug out my rice container. I couldn't remember exactly what we have in here. So we've got a blend of, this is the cooking instructions here for the loose stuff, and then of course I've got a package of wild rice blend, and so we are going to have stir fry with wild rice tonight, wild rice blend. Right, I'm going to start with 1 cup of the wild rice blend and add in 1 3/4 cups of water, and we'll get a lid on this and stir this up, and we'll get this starting to boil. This is a nice rich rice blend. Like look at the color of the water. I am really looking forward to this. The handsome one cut the pork into strips. So this is like $1.50, $1.75 worth of meat that I got out of the Food Hero app a couple weeks ago. And like really, you don't need more than this. This is going to be a perfectly wonderful meal, and we don't have to have $10 worth of meat in it. All right, this is my first peek inside the bag. Oh, these look so good. Really, really amazing. Yay. I didn't know. I thought I felt that this was just loose in the bag, but when someone commented that the broccoli that I had been looking at Costco had some individual packages inside the big bag, I thought this might too, but it doesn't, but that's okay. I'm really happy with this. I got my walkout. The rice is just resting now. I still have peppers left from the big flash food box that I got 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks, last week, 2 weeks. So I'm going to cut this up and put it in the stir fry as well. This looks amazing already, and I just turned it on. I'm excited. Those colors. I love colorful food. Love, love. Love to have something green on my plate. Green or red. I'm going to make a teriyaki sauce to go on the stir fry. 2 tablespoons of the dry blend. 2 tablespoons of the teriyaki sauce. The soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of red pepper jelly. And 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and we'll get this all mixed up. I drained the excess liquid, so of course I don't get a lot of excess liquid when the majority of my vegetables are fresh, but when they're frozen, they do release water, and I drained it. This is my leftover red pepper jelly container. I used the last of the red pepper jelly, so that was a good spot to put that just for now until I'm done cooking and can figure out where it's going to go. This is ready to roll. Looks good. All right. Let's get this mixed in. We're almost ready to serve. This looks amazing. This is pork stir fry with a wild rice blend. Very excited. Oh, teriyaki pork stir fry. It's amazing. I'm glad that the week is over. I have 5 days of vacation. Woo! And it is starting today. Yay. Yay me. Well, actually, it started last night when I got off work. So that's really exciting. And yeah, those meals, the ones that were really awesome, man, oh man, I was pooped when I was making those. The spaghetti and the chicken burgers. I made those at like 10:30 at night because that's when we were getting home from the hospital. The beer can chicken, I ate that like at 9:30 at night when I arrived home from Cape Breton. So there's been some really long days for me. We still managed to have some really good meals. Thanks to the handsome one. He made the beer can chicken. I was so happy when I got home that day. Yeah, I think we did great considering. We had a busy week and it was still good. And I took snacks and foods and stuff with me. Like I had lunch with me instead of having to like go out and eat when we were at the hospital. So that makes me happy too. Hope you guys have a really great weekend. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would do so. Like, shares, and comments, they help me as well. As always, let me know what you think.